Hello, in this video I'm going to be taking a look at a new expansion for Slate VSX, and it is the Mike Dean expansion pack, which comes with his studio space, which models his near field and his mains. The near fields are NS10s and the mains are, I don't even know what they are, they're just massive, lots of subs, very good for sort of analyzing the sub-bass frequencies. And then as well as that, it comes with Mike Dean's car, which is a modded version of a Tesla, I believe. And it's basically meant to sort of be a mobile version of his studio speakers, as far as I understand. I'm going to start off with the mains. And I've got this track, it's like an electronic track. The drum bus here. It's got virtual tape machines. The API bus compressor, 2500. Giving it a bit of a knock, and then the Pultec. Again, giving it a bit of a knock. Raising a bit of the highs. They're not sounding too bad. It's this sub bass here. An instance of frequency here, and I can see that there's a ton of sub 50 energy there. I'm gonna bring that down a little bit, and I'll turn on dynamic mode. And then it should be so low in here, so I bring that down a bit too. Make that dynamic. Just to make it easier to hear. Tighten the Q a little bit. Widen it just a touch. switch over to the NS10s. And hopefully find frequency that it can boost that'll make the bass a bit more present there. Speakers are fairly extreme difference. In the mains, it seems it can be a little bit difficult to hear what's going on in the high frequencies. Let's have a listen in the car environment, see how that sounds. I'm gonna bring in frequency here and see there's like a crazy resonance there. It's hard to know if it's at around 60 hertz. check in one of my go-to rooms, usually Archon Farfield. Thing I think I would be aware of with the Mike Dean expansion is if you're mixing on his mains, there might be a tendency to make things overly bright. But my stuff does tend to be a little bit more bass heavy. This song's definitely bass heavy. Switch out this Morphin channel strip, which is a Steinberg plugin. I'll just switch it out for UAD. Yeah, that one's nice and subtle. Favorites in VSX is still the boombox. We're getting levels. Straight away the piano was just standing out there as being a little bit too good for balancing the bass as well. Let's go back to, actually let's check in Harry's. There's some frequencies there in that piano that I'm not fussed on. So far it's translating nicely. These NS10s actually remind me a little bit of the boombox. I actually think that the boombox might be a little bit more flattering, which is surprising. There's so much bass on that car, it's ridiculous. Still, it's well-defined bass, but it's still a lot. yeah, I think I'll be going to the near fields, checking on those NS10s. Just try those against the, it's NRG has near fields that are NS10. But they're NS10s with a sub, I believe. And you can really hear the extended low end on them, whereas these ones just don't have any low end really. So yeah, if you want to check that your low end's going to cut through Mike Dean's NS10s, for sure. My go-to for them used to be the boombox. But now, compared to the Mike Dean NS10s, this actually sounds like it has a ton more low end. Interesting. So yeah, if you have VSX already, I think it's a really worthwhile expansion to have, particularly if you're working in electronic music. If you're looking to just get very clearly defined low end, that's going to come in very handy there. The NS10s as well might be worth it on their own. The car, I'm not 100% sold on. It's super, super heavy in the low end. I guess it's an attempt to recreate the sound of a studio in a car. Doesn't 100% work for me, but maybe it's very genre specific as well. But overall, I think it's a worthwhile expansion. I think still my top 5 would be Sonoma mids, Archon Fars, NRG mids, Howie Weinberg engineer position, and boombox, and now probably the near field and the mains for dialing in the bass, the really sub low frequencies and low frequencies, and the near fields for basically making sure that the mids are sitting nice and not too harsh, and making sure that the bass is coming through. So yeah, interesting, and I'll be interested to see what they have next. Hopefully you found this video helpful, and I will be back with more videos soon. Cheers.